Is it happy Saturday or happy Friday for you? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Nigeria.
Thank you for having amazing light. I feel like you are my first Nigerian guest in a while that has good light. So I have to thank you very much for that.
Yeah,
Thank you for blessing us with your pretty face. How are you?
fine. I'm on night duty.
Oh, okay. So where do you work?
I work with Niger Delta University Teaching Hospital.
Oh,
I just got,
okay. So
I just,
are you in Warri or where are you?
no, Bayelsa State.
Oh, Niger Delta. Okay, Bayelsa State. Okay, cool. What city in Bayelsa are you in? Do you mind sharing?
Okay, the place is at Okolobiri.
Kokobiri.
Okolobiri.
I don't know much about Bayelsa State. I actually went to Uniport, and I remember I used to have a friend, Yvonne, may her soul rest in peace. She's late now, and she's from Bayelsa State. And I think at the time, she used to date someone that was in government. I think she ended up marrying the guy too. But anyway, they would invite us to Bayelsa State all the time. Like, we could they come to Bayelsa State, and I was like, I don't know anything about this state. I don't want to go where I don't know anything about. But I had a friend who's from Delta State, Warri, and so on a man, she's still my friend today. She's here in Houston. So one time, on a man went with Yvonne back home to Bayelsa State for the weekend because the guy would always tell us, "You guys bring your friend. Let's come for the weekend. You guys will have fun or whatever." So on a man went to Bayelsa State with Yvonne, and she came back and she was like, "Oh, Judith, you're so lucky you didn't go. Oh my goodness. If you see the way they were jumping boat like Molue, like the boat wouldn't even come all the way to the end for you to get on the like." Anyway, she had like this horrific story about how she got to where she was going. I was like, thank God I did not go because I would have been crying for them to take me back to school. But anyway, I've
Uh-uh.
never been to Bayelsa State. Unfortunately, with all the civil unrest, I don't know if I will ever be to Bayelsa State, but we'll see. Let's talk about you.
What city did you finish from Uniport?
So I didn't finish. I'm a Uniport dropout. I didn't finish from
Okay.
Uniport. I
My
actually
baby
dropped out
was
of
there. That was
Uniport.
too heavy.
I was in Uniport 19. I was U98. So I was in Uniport most of 1999 and most of 2000. And at the end of 2000, I told my mom, I'm never going back. I told her, look, I'm never going back. There's no education going on here. This is a joke and a waste of my life. I told my mom, you just save up your school fees for the next year, save money for upkeep, save all the money, give it to me in my hand. I know what I'll use that to do for my life, but I'm not going back to the school again. And that was how I came to America. So let's talk about you.
I've always wanted to be a nurse and then travel out.
Okay. How long have you been a nurse?
For 10 years now.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's a long time. Okay, so tell us about why you haven't traveled out yet. There's a lot of opportunities for nurses here in America and some other parts of the world. I hear Australia also has a nursing program. Canada, I think, has a nursing migration program as well.
The reason why I've not traveled out, I think, is because of where I come from.
Okay?
My background, I come from a family where they don't understand what I'm doing.
Okay?
I've on my own pushed myself to the level where I am now.
Okay?
So if I had that support, if I had auntie, uncles who would say, okay, see what you've done is lucrative abroad. Can we help you go out? Eventually, I'll be willing to go.
Okay?
But I've just been the one pushing myself.
Okay. Well,
You know.
one thing I can tell you is that family is good. I love my family. They're a great support system. But being the first child of the family, I can tell you for free that I haven't ever been able to depend on anybody to help me push my progress forward. But it hasn't stopped me, right? It hasn't stopped me from succeeding. It hasn't stopped me from pushing. Right now, I think I get a little bit more support because people know that whether you help me or not, I'm going to get it anyway. So you can be part of my success story. You can be part of the people that I can say, look at that person, they didn't help me. So let's talk about so I know you've talked about like someone saying, come, here's the money for you to go abroad. But why haven't you been able to try to get yourself abroad? Because I know a woman, I've been inviting her to come and be a guest on my live session because I really want to hear the full her full story, right? But I know
Yeah.
one of my followers that was in Nigeria one day, and the next day she messaged me. She's like, "Oh, I'm in America now with my five children." She had the sixth one in America. So if somebody can come to America as a nurse with five children, what is stopping you? Somebody sponsored her. A company that an agency that she works for, sponsored
Yeah.
her relocation. So what's stopping you?
Okay, the easiest part for me now with what I can afford is UK.
Uh-huh.
And for UK, you just have to take your IELTS and pass your CBT. So
Okay.
the problem for me is not just CBT, but I want to make sure I take my IELTS and pass first. Then CBT is not really difficult.
Okay.
I have attempted IELTS twice,
So tell
and
us about that. When you are so before you did the first one, did you do any exam prep, like any professional exam prep, or you just study by
okay,
yourself?
I just studied by myself because I saw someone who was willing to. There was a guy who was coming for me then,
Okay.
so he was interested in me traveling out. So
Okay.
he just paid for the exam. So I said, okay, let me give it a try.
Okay.
That was in 2022.
Okay.
So I said, okay, let me just give it a try. So I studied online myself. I just went to YouTube, got
Okay. That's
some basic
definitely a
info
good
about
place. You
it.
guys, YouTube is such a general. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I just went to YouTube, got saw some videos from Jay and Eiley Tutor and one other man like that.
Okay.
So I now went to somewhere at Stadium Road in Port Harcourt. I paid for the exam and they offered me 1 month free lecture, 1 month free tutorials.
Okay.
So I was able to do just 2 weeks and my call-up letter came out for NYC.
Ah.
Because since I finished school, I didn't serve. So I
Okay.
cleared and was looking for youth service.
Okay.
So when my call-up letter came out and there was a clash between the exam dates and appearing in camp. So I had to pay money. The guy now gave me money to pay to push the date forward,
Okay.
which I did. So and now they now gave me a new date, which was May 2022. So I came back from camp, though I didn't read throughout I was in camp for that 3 weeks. So I came back, just entered the hall, wrote and made 6.5.
So what do you need to pass?
I needed 7 to pass, so I made
Oh wow, that's
6.5.
very close. Okay.
So I had to write another one again last year.
Okay.
So I got the same
So
6.5
so
again.
let me ask you something. After you got that 6.5 between the two exams, did you try to get any kind what did you change? I know you said for the first exam 3 weeks before you weren't really studying. So I'm guessing you studied more leading to the exam. But what else? So did you get any professional tutoring to make sure that this time around you are extra ready to pass?
So last year I was supposed to retake another one towards ending of last year. So my rent, I don't have anywhere I stay. I'm on my own. So my rent expired. I had to renew my rent.
Okay.
So prior to the renewal of my rent, I was thinking I will get this job earlier, but the job didn't come early. It came around October.
Okay.
So I had to renew my rent. So when I renewed my rent, before then, I had a plan with the lady who tutored me the first time. I went to have a one-on-one lecture with her because that was what my colleagues who traveled abroad did. Some of them paid her privately. So after the general lecture, they would just stay back and
Okay.
she would take them on private tutorial.
Okay.
So I went to assist my girlfriend who wanted to take the exam to that place. And when I did, I saw the lady. I told her that I would want to do a one-on-one with her.
Okay.
So we discussed before I got this job in Bayelsa State here. So and I paid for my rent. To immediately I paid for my rent in Port Harcourt. I didn't have hope of this job. Then the job now came out.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So for now, I'm trying to regain balance, then go back to right.
So you've written the exam 2 times.
2 times, yeah, and I got 6.5.
So the second time, I was asking you the second time you wrote it, did you get
Yeah.
the extra private lesson or no, you didn't?
No, no, I
Okay.
didn't. I couldn't afford her then.
Okay.
Yes, I
Okay.
couldn't
All
afford
right.
her.
Well, definitely, like I tell people, doing the same thing, you can't expect different result. Most times, if you do the same thing, you're going to get the same result. And one thing I've learned with all these tests, quite honestly, sometimes they're not a test of knowledge. Sometimes they're an aptitude test. They're almost testing your IQ more than even just your knowledge. Me personally, I'm not a very good aptitude exam taker myself. So whenever I've tried to take any of those exams, I always get some professional help because those people will teach you how not to think the way you normally think, how to think the way
Yeah.
you need to think to pass that particular exam. That's one thing I learned. But when I tried to prepare for both, I think GRE and the other one that was for business school. Okay. All right. So tell us now, what do you need right now to make sure that you try to get your goals, you take that exam again, and this time you pass it? What do you need right now to make that happen? You said you're trying to
I
regain your
want,
balance.
I want if I can see someone to help me pay for the exam and then the extra tutorial.
How much
That would be
is
fine.
the exam and how much is the extra tutorial?
The lady told me a month is 40,000. Then
Oh,
the exam itself, the new fee now is 134 for paper. Then computer base is 139. That is the new fee now from February.
which one do you want to take? Paper or
I'm taking
computer? Which one is
academy.
better?
I'm taking academy paper.
Why are you opting for the paper? I'm just curious now, just in case anybody that is watching this is
Okay.
similar.
I just feel used to the paper than the computer based.
Okay, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
The first two exams you take, was it paper or computer?
It's paper.
Okay, okay, all right. So 134K to pay for the exam, 40K a month to pay for the tutor. When is the next exam?
The next exam is just when you're ready. You just pay. You can take it next week if you're ready. You can take it anytime if
Okay.
you're ready.
So,
Yes, but you have within a month to 3 months to make sure you choose a date.
okay. Once after you pay.
Yeah, after you pay, you have 1 to 3 months to make sure you choose a date.
Okay, so let me ask a different kind of question. How many months do you think you need to prepare right now to make sure that you don't fail that exam again? To make sure that this time, this is it. How many months do you think you need to prepare based on your experience from both attempts that you
Okay.
made?
The first one I took less than 1 month. So I think let me just say 2 months.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
that's also fair enough. 2 to 3 months, typically the maximum you want to prepare for. After a while, your brain just gets tired. Okay, so 2 months. So this is beginning of February. So let's say you're looking to take the exam beginning of April, right? If somebody gave you
Yeah.
the money right now, you would take that exam around beginning of April, right?
Yes, ma.
So 134 plus 40, that's 174K. So you need
Yeah.
174K to take this exam and be successful. Um, I'm hoping, and part of the reason why I do this is because I have people, myself, my friends and family, and some people that are watching this video right now. A lot of them might be doing their Saraka for their birthday or whatever wins in life they want to celebrate. A lot of them just might be looking for the best way to do charity. In America, here every day they show us video about a dog that is hurting that we need to save. Meanwhile, people are dying out of hunger in this world. A lot of times you see white people that are telling you to feed the children in Africa. Some of them, you give them the money, they use and go and play golf in Florida. So people
Yeah.
are looking for meaningful ways to do charity. So part of the reason why I do things like this is that my hope is that somebody might be watching this and say, oh, this young woman, let me reach out to her. I want to help her get to America. I want to help her with what she wants to do. But let's say, you don't get that opportunity soon enough for somebody wanting to give you this money as charity to help you succeed in life. And someone says, well, I don't have this money to give away, but I can borrow you this money. And in fact, I want you to pay it with interest. Will that be an opportunity that you will be willing to jump on?
To pay the money on interest.
Yeah, if somebody
Then
offers you as a loan now, 164K, oh no, 174K as a loan to pay back with interest, would that be something you're interested in?
No, I'd rather use the money, something less than that, to go back to makeup school. I was about going to makeup so I could make in extra cash. So
Okay, so let's talk about makeup school because it sounds like you have an option B. So option B for you is makeup school. Let's talk about that. How much do you need to go to makeup school?
Yeah, the person I spoke with last time, she's on Facebook. Her name is, I think, Chinaza something. She's on Facebook. She told me 100K. She told me
100K will
100.
get you what? Will teach you how to make yourself
Yes.
up or teach you how to make up
No,
clients.
to teach me how to make up clients.
Do you already know how to do your own makeup very well?
Yes, I did. If you check my profile, that's my makeup. That's my handwork.
Okay, all
I
right.
learned on YouTube.
Okay,
Yeah, I
excellent.
learned on
I'll take a look
YouTube.
at it. So Chinasa, where is she located?
Chinasa Nedu.
Where is she located?
She's in Port Harcourt.
So how is she going to teach you makeup remotely? I'm just asking. I'm not saying it's not possible.
Okay. She's into makeup, so I'll just go to her to learn professionally.
So she's a she's a professional makeup artist.
Very well,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. So are you planning to go to Port Harcourt to learn from her, or you're going to do these lessons remotely?
I live in Port Harcourt, so I plan to, if I see the money.
So your work is in Bayelsa, but you still live in Port
Yeah, I
Harcourt.
told
Oh,
you,
I
yeah, I
didn't get
just got
that
the
one.
job.
Okay.
Yes, born and bred in Port Harcourt. So
So how
I
do you
just
work
got
in
this
Bayelsa? Do you
job.
travel back and forth, or is it that close?
Yeah, whenever I'm off duty, I go to Port Harcourt.
Ah,
You know how I work. Yes, like now I'm on night duty for 5 days. I'll have 6 days off.
okay. Okay. Oh,
So whenever I'm on 6 days off, I used to study or do one or two things too.
okay. So your
So my
plan
plan
B
was,
is if you can get 100K, then you rather put it on learning makeup so you can
yes,
get extra income and be able
yeah,
to make up the money
yeah,
to pay for the exam yourself.
yeah. I want to have an extra income.
Okay.
So my plan was learning makeup.
So my honest advice to you is makeup skill. You can never really go wrong with makeup skill. I'm a professional makeup artist myself. Even though all I do is do my own makeup these days, but at least I still jump in and help family and friends when they have an occasion and they don't want to pay another artist to do them. I still do things like that. But I never have enough time to actually go out and have more clients with my makeup artistry. But I would say that you can never go wrong with makeup, especially when your ultimate goal is to go abroad, because you can still keep making additional money. You can save money.
Yeah,
Like me now, I might not be making money with my makeup skill, but I'm saving a lot of money because in America, ask someone to do this face that I have on right now. I'm probably, even if I get if I get a young person who is like, a newbie or, an immigrant who hasn't gotten a client, well, I don't think I'm going to pay anybody less than 50, 70 or $75 to do this. So you can imagine every time
yeah.
I come on live, I have someone and pay $50. It adds up with time now. So, so I would say that plan B is not a bad plan. I think that is wise if you say if somebody wants to borrow you money, you want to use it to invest in something that you can essentially start reaping benefits from almost, soon enough, right? Because
Yeah,
obviously, if you do the exam, they're still traveling, there's still all the other parts. So that's not a bad idea at all. I think, in fact, I feel like if I were you, I will make that plan. I'll make that plan B, plan A, because one
okay.
thing, yeah, if I were you, I'll make that plan B, plan A. If you're interested in doing makeup artistry, go and learn it. Make it a priority to learn it even before you get the 100K to pay this girl, because it's still very useful. I paid somebody to learn my own artistry, so it's very useful to pay someone. That one-on-one time is like magic, quite honestly. No matter, and that's why I asked you where she was located, because for me, no matter how many videos you watch of people doing makeup,
Yeah,
until you actually sit there and make up somebody by yourself or make
it's
up
an art.
yourself,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you don't get it until you get it. So I would
Yes.
say you should make that your plan A. I would say you should focus on getting that 100K and learning from her and making more money, and then take your time to, really think about. And with the exam that you took, do they give you any feedback? Like, do you get any feedback on what you did wrong or no? Because most of them, they don't give you shit.
You'll get once the result comes
Oh, okay.
out, they'll tell you.
The part you did
They'll tell
wrong.
you not really wrong, because for some people,
Mm.
what I got is what they need to go for health assistance. They can use my score.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yes,
Okay.
they don't know what I'm applying. They don't even know what I want to use the result for. So they'll give me feedback, but on a good note. Not really very good, but on a good note. Yes, like speaking, I got speaking 7.
Okay.
Then my writing, what is required for nurses is 6.5, and I made 6.5 in writing.
Okay.
Then my reading and listening, I was supposed to make 7.7. I make 6.5, 6.5.
Okay.
So for persons will still use it. Though I applied for care assistant in the US with it.
Oh, okay.
With these people, they call them. There's an agency I applied with.
Okay.
Not yes, they've not replied my emails.
Okay. All
So
right. Well,
I
all the
applied.
best with that. That's good to hear that you know exactly what you need to work on. You know which areas you need to work on because that's really good feedback. So
Is
yeah.
reading, my reading and listening.
Okay.
My reading and listening, yeah. Because for my listening, I was told by others too. I should be watching foreign movies because listening they use different tones. They use American, they use UK, British, they use Philippine, they use China, they use Canada.
Mm.
So the more I watch foreign movies, the
The
more I step
more.
up in my listening.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mhm. So it looks like you're on the right track for that. So I would definitely say maybe just focus on getting the 100K to do the makeup lesson. So let's talk about that. So if somebody is
Okay.
listening to this right now and say, okay, well, I don't have 174, but she says she needs 100K. I still don't have 100K to give, but if she wants a loan, maybe I could borrow her. If she wants to partner with somebody to do this makeup business, maybe I could work out something with her. Would that be something that you're interested in?
Okay, let me know how much I'll pay back for the loan.
So you tell me. That's a conversation we're having, right? What would make sense for you? Someone tells you, I'll give you 100K, but I want the money back and I want it back with interest. What could you offer them? What would you say? Okay, this is what I'm comfortable doing.
Okay, what's the duration you be leaving the money with me?
So I'm giving you the chance to make up all those terms. So you can tell me, well, if they can give me 6 months to pay, or they
Yeah.
can give me 1 year to pay, this is what I can do. So you tell me what's comfortable for you.
Okay, give me 6 months and I'll pay 120.
That's not a bad deal at all. That's a pretty good deal. So anyone listening to this, I'm challenging you. 100K, depending on where you are in the world, might not be too much of a risk for you. So if the person is looking at this and saying, "Okay, what's my guarantee that you pay my money back?" What will you tell them?
Okay, guarantee, guarantee, guarantee. I wish I know you one on one so it will be less hectic. Okay. I don't mind. I'll give you my. Oh. Uh. How? And Linda that says hey doesn't really know me. She only know me as a customer.
Okay.
Who will I use now? That's the only friend you have I know that I think I've bought her from her twice.
Okay. All right, well, that's
Oh.
definitely a start. Like trying to get a reference or somebody that can vouch for you. That's definitely a good one. I think since you live in Port Harcourt, too, Port Harcourt is a big city. I don't really know anyone in Port Harcourt right now, but I went to Uniport. I do still have my best friend that's um, she hasn't lived in Port Harcourt for a while because they lived in Port Harcourt before she left, though. So she probably might still know people in Port Harcourt that might be able to say, okay, let me go and know this person and say, okay, I know
Okay. Do
exactly.
you need any of my documents?
I mean, not me. I'm interviewing you quite honestly for the opportunity to get what you want because it might not come from me directly, right? It might be someone will reach out to me and say, "Oh, hey,
I can give you my nursing license.
okay,
So you
well,
have my
that's something. I mean, that's definitely something. Your license, that's where you earn from. So if you are willing to give that, that should be something that will give someone confidence that, okay, this person is not trying to run with my money. And also, when you said they should give you 6 months, so in that 6 months, will you just wait and give them the 120 at once, or are you able to pay them like 20K every month for 6 months?
Okay, I prefer to pay 20K every month. Okay, 26 months, 6 months.
Yeah, 20 times 6 months, that's 120K.
Okay, yeah. I prefer to pay 20K six
And I think
months for six
think that's
months.
that's also reduces the risk a little bit for the person who's watching because they will know 1 month, 2 months, into the contract whether you're going to run with their money instead of just waiting 6 months and find out that you're no longer available to them. So anyway, I wish you the best. I think that for me, 100K is not that much, and I hope that you get that 100K very soon. I hope that somebody can reach out to you and say, okay, here's 100K, go and do this. You seem like a hardworking girl. In the absence of that, I would still let you know that, quite honestly, what you need is very doable. Okay, what you need is very doable. One thing I do with people is, because I've done it with myself, is to let people know that as long as you're earning money, no matter how little that money is, no matter, and you guys that live in Nigeria where you actually pay rent like once a year, I feel like you have a little bit of an advantage compared to those of us that live in countries where we have to pay our rent or our mortgage once a month, because you can plan your money better, right?
Yeah,
One thing that I will encourage you is, if you don't have the lifestyle or mindset of saving, start saving now, to be able
yeah,
to do the things you want, right? Don't
yeah,
always wait for we and Nigeria, we're actually blessed. We are blessed that we actually live in society where you can actually, you still hear things like, my uncle helped me with this, my friend helped me. Somebody put up a post the other day. Not a post. I run a group. I started a community, Be Happy Now, on Facebook here. So one of the things we do is like weekly, monthly check-ins, just check the pulse of our happiness. And I think I had put on Thursday, it's kind of like for you to, for you to share happy moments during your week, and share whatever the news is or whatever the thing is that made you happy. And someone shared that her friends sent her money. And I just smiled because, like, those are not the kind of things you hear in America. Your friends sent you money for what? Like, how? I don't understand. I don't get it. It's not something that's very common here, but I think that's one thing we enjoy in Nigeria. But as you make that transition from like being in Nigeria to coming overseas, I need you to start thinking self-sufficiency, because the average person in the abroad is self-sufficient. If you're lucky, if you have been here as long as I have and you have put in the work to build a community, you have your village, right? But even though I have a village right now I suffer the loss in my income, where my income is reduced and I'm having to kind of make sure that I make do financially. It has not occurred to me to call anybody and say, I beg, find me small money. That's not the culture here. In fact, if you do that once or twice, people might start avoiding you. You understand?
yeah,
So,
yeah, ma.
yeah, so try to start now to start having that extremely possible thing, because you have goals you want to achieve this year. If you need to do extreme budgeting, do what you need to start saving that money. I can talk about it some more to you if you're open. If you want to share on live here, that's fine. With regards to like how much are you saving anymore every month? Can you save more? Is there something in your life that you can cut out? Some expense you can cut out
Yeah,
so that you can save more.
I just joined contribution this month, monthly contribution this month where I work.
So you started doing that.
Yeah, this month, January.
So tell us about that. I think is that the thing they call osusu.
Yeah, okay, it's mainly for staffs here.
Okay.
So They have the one of 10, they have the one of 20, they have the one of 40, they have the one of 50.
Okay.
So what I want to do is my rent will soon expire.
Okay.
So I said, okay, since problem will always come, but when problem comes and you don't have that money, it will now go, or it will solve itself in another way.
Mm-hmm.
So I now told myself that I have to save.
Yep. Absolutely.
So
You must save before your problems. Otherwise, you will
oh,
never move from where you are in this life if you don't have a saving mindset.
yeah, what I mean was there are times that if you don't save, you see something you want to buy or you have a need, you say, let me get this thing. But I feel that if I start saving by that way,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the money with me. Anything that comes, I'll learn to manage or look for another means.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
told myself that okay, they created awareness about it last year. I said okay, I'll be interested.
Okay.
So I took though I was planning to go to even Saudi. Someone is planning to move to Saudi this year, so she gave me the clue that if I have 1.5, 2 million, I will
Why
go.
would you want to go to freaking Saudi Arabia? Excuse my French, but isn't that a Muslim
So
country? Are you a Muslim?
yeah.
Oh,
So
I'm so
I
sorry.
said
Okay, I'm so sorry. I take that back. Okay, I
no,
didn't know
no,
you
I'm
were a
not. I'm not a
Muslim.
Muslim. I'm not a
Oh,
Muslim.
oh, okay. So why would you want to go to Saudi? It's an extreme
Okay,
Muslim country.
I have this girlfriend. She's my classmate in secondary school.
Okay.
She went to Saudi after services. She went to Saudi.
Is she
She did
Muslim?
just 2 years. No, she's not. She's from Port Harcourt here. She did 2 years in Saudi. She signed a 2 year contract in
As a
Saudi.
nurse?
So yeah, as a nurse, yes. So when
Okay.
it expired, she came down to Dubai. When it expired, when that 2 years she signed with the Saudi expired, she came down to Dubai, worked for a few months, then now gathered more money. Now went to Philippines, wrote the NCLEX exam.
Worked as a nurse in
Yeah.
Dubai or something else?
No, she went to Dubai. I think she worked for some few months in Dubai.
As a nurse?
After, yes, as a nurse. Yeah.
Okay.
Then from there, she now proceeded to Philippines, where she wrote the NCLEX exam.
So
So
where
after the
is she
NCLEX,
now?
she passed. She's in Ontario, Canada now.
Okay. So she went to
So
Canada with a job or with the immigration or
she went to Canada because she went to Canada because she passed that NCLEX exam.
that's what I'm saying.
Because
But once you pass the exams, you just go to Canada.
yeah, yes. Once you pass the exam, you can now apply for jobs in Canada or
Okay.
US,
Okay.
and they will sponsor your coming. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So she
So that
okay.
is the
All
good
right. I get
criteria
it.
to work in US. If you want to work in US or Canada, you have to pass the NCLEX.
Exactly. I know that part. Okay.
So I now felt like instead of waiting for UK, US, Canada, can I just go through these means? Because they themselves they pay well. Just that they are too religious. So
Yeah,
I was not
maybe
like,
I don't
okay,
know me personally, maybe, but I've seen as an influencer and a content creator, I've seen a lot of travel content from Saudi Arabia that makes me feel like maybe they've relaxed their laws because I've seen like some of my like a gay there's a gay couple that do travel content and they've
yeah,
done content in Saudi Arabia. So I'm like, well, they think they didn't behead these ones. Maybe I can now look at going to Saudi Arabia because I do like the Arabian culture. I'm just
yeah,
like, I don't believe in extremism. I don't like people to force their own religion or their own, beliefs on other people. But yeah, I don't know. Personally, if I was your big sister, I wouldn't approve you to go to Saudi. I'm
I'll,
a big believer of if you want something, you tell God what you want, exactly what you want, and you believe that you're gonna get it. Because the reason why your friend went to Saudi and he worked for her is because she at some point she decided that Saudi is her path, right? But if you
yeah,
tell God right now your path is UK, UK to US, or UK to stay in UK or UK to Canada, that's your path.
yeah,
That's your part. I remember when I told you in the beginning that at the time I told my mom I was going to drop out of Uniport and I'm not going back, and I was serious. I wasn't going to go back out of Uniport before I came to America, and she had told me, or like what do I want to do? You know, my papers for America wasn't ready. Do I want to go to the UK, or do I want to wait for my American papers? And I said, you know, if the goal is for us to go to America, why am I going to the UK? UK is not really on your way to America. UK is UK, America is America. I'll wait till my passport is ready and I'll go to America. And I mean, that's what I did. I came to America straight. So whatever you want in this life, do you believe in God? Are you a Christian?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
Yeah, tell God what you want. I don't believe you need to take, because for me, if I was in your position, if I have 1.5 million naira, I would rather put it towards the goal I really want, which is to go to the UK. If I had 1.5, I was you and I had 1.5 million naira in the bank right now, I will tell God, look, oh, if I'm not supposed to go to UK, let something happen right now, so that I know that, you know, before this money is spent, so I know that this is not what you want from me. Do you understand? I talk to God and I ask him to give me signs. To help me understand that, to help me know that he's with me and he agrees with the plan that I've set for myself, or the plan I think is what he wants me to do, right? So for me, whether you have 100K, 170, 200, if you want to go to London, go to London. Going to Saudi Arabia, to go to Dubai, to go to London, to me, it's not necessary. That's just my candid advice.
And I said, okay.
You said?
And I said, okay. So from what you asked me before about the contribution, so I said, okay, my salary is 118,000.
Okay.
So I said, okay, there's another job I was pursuing in a Federal Medical Center, Umaya, Abia State.
Okay.
I just came back from the interview. That was the day before yesterday.
Okay.
So I was planning that if the FMC on works, that one will pay me way higher than this one. What I would just do is settle my head here in Bayelsa, so I won't be coming often. I'll only be showing my face once in a while. Then give her some money, then face the other one. Then my plan was to save the whole of FMC for a year and 6 months or 2 years, then travel with it.
So your plan is to have both jobs?
Yes, then settle one part.
Okay.
So I won't be coming often. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
So I just came back from the interview. I was trying to meet 1 or 2 persons to help me. The job requires money too. They say if you don't have somebody, you have money. So the person I'm hoping on to help me said, if I don't get it on this one, that they will still do another advertisement, I should fix my mind, that she will help me. I said, okay. So my plan is if I get 2 jobs or 2 means of income, I will save up. But though the contribution on now, what I did was my salary is 118. I said, okay, I have foodstuffs. I can manage 18 for the month. Then I'll save 100 every month, which I did today. I just paid my own money today. Because I just collected my salary.
Talking about extreme saving, that's extreme. Even for me, I don't think I could do anything like that. So I really applaud you for that. It definitely shows me that you're somebody that really wants to achieve your goals. But now let me ask you a different kind of question. Okay. If you could save 100K so that you can have a bigger payoff, but you had a plan B, which is to learn makeup artistry, and it will only cost you 100K. Why didn't you think to do the first 100K to learn that artistry? Why didn't you do that?
My plan now for the makeup is we're expecting hazard allowance. They've not paid us hazard. So from this month now, yes, our salary will be added. They will top more 20K. And we're expecting the minimum wage too.
Okay.
So now my plan is they add the hazard this month, we'll show up the hazard this month. We just did biometrics yesterday as new staff. So from this month now we'll start receiving hazard extra 20K. Then we're still expecting the minimum wage from federal government soon. Okay. So my plan is outside this 100K now, I'll be managing my 18K. Then if they start paying this extra small money, I will save up and look for where I'll do my makeup.
Okay. All right. Then that makes sense. And I think probably just thinking about what you've told me too, because you're thinking of if you get the Oma hair job before it's time to renew your rent in Port Harcourt, you're thinking of not renewing that rent and just staying in Bayelsa, right? And shuttling Bayelsa and Oma hair.
Yeah, my plan now is if that job, because I had list will come out any moment. If it comes up and my name is on the list, if the one in Port Harcourt expires, I won't pay for it again. I'll just move to Umaya.
Okay. And then between Umahia and
Then the one in
Bayelsa.
Bayelsa here. Then the one in Bayelsa here is 200K. What I'll now do, this one expires. I'll share the rent with someone since I will not be staying often.
I see. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So
all the best. You seem to, have it together. You seem to, know what you want to do. So, I mean, I'm here. I hope that, this session has kind of helped you a little bit. But I'm definitely here. If you ever want to, share some more or make a decision, I'm here to help. But I really believe that you're on the right path. I hope that if you really want that to learn that makeup artistry before you leave Port Harcourt, because going to Umahia, that's something you can be using to make cool cash. Because I've been to Umahia. Umahia is a very local place, so I can
it's a very
imagine
local place. Yes. That is why whenever I have off here, I go to Port Harcourt. People were like, how can you be paying for two rent? I said, no, I cannot stay in this rural place. I have my life too. I have my mental health too.
yeah,
So whenever I'm off, I'll go to Port Harcourt. It's just 250. And if you still don't plan it to or you spend the 250, you will not see what you use the money for. So it's better I put it in my house. I know that yes, I have a house.
that's
Than as an
exactly what
adult, you're telling somebody that as an adult, please, I'm coming to Port Harcourt to do something. Can I stay in your place? So for me, I don't like it.
Yep, I definitely am with you there, 100%.
So I
So,
said,
yeah,
"No, just put it, I'll pay. I'll pay. Why I hope for better things to come? Because when you say it's too much, it means you want to stay put to what you're doing already.
that's
So I see myself doing more things in future.
very,
So I say no, it's not much. My mental health is important too. At least
very, very,
when you
very
when you
important.
work, you play.
Very, very important. It's very, very important.
I don't have any.
Oh,
Look, I had someone I was putting up with. Her husband stopped her from doing the job. So ever since she left here, I've been bored.
oh, oh, wow. So she's also shuttling. She's also shuttling with you. Like she doesn't live in
Yeah, we don't
Bayelsa.
come. Yes, we just come on Monday. We go back weekends. We come
Ah,
Monday. We go back weekends. Yeah. So her husband stopped her, though out of insecurity, feeling that because she does not have a child yet, so feeling that maybe some other person might just see her and take her away. I guess so.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
So
I
she
don't
stopped
know
her.
why in 2024 in Nigeria you still hear things like her husband stopped her.
Her husband
Like, you're
stopped her, and I gave her this job. Oh, I gave her this job. I helped her to, as in the person who gave me this
not.
offer, just gave her. At least
Oh
she
my
earns close to
God.
200. She earns more than me.
Can you imagine?
So, but
So
what
now that her husband has stopped her, her husband is paying the salary for her, or she's
no, no, no,
she's going
no.
to some other friends to find job for her. God.
What she's doing now is she teamed up with her HOD and her colleagues, so they cover for her. At the end of the month, she gives them 100 and take the stipends on top.
Ah,
And her
okay.
salary is 175. So at the end of the month, she gives them 100. She doesn't come at all. Except they have a meeting, they need her to come and show her face. She'll just come appear, do her thing. I told her,
So
whenever
she
you're
hasn't
coming,
really quit. She just find a way to make it
yes,
work.
her husband doesn't even know she's coming. She comes
Yeah.
once in a while, if they need her, show her face and go back secretly. Her husband doesn't know.
Okay.
So she just tell her husband she's going to the market. She just dress up and come to Bayelsa, do her thing and go back.
I see. I see. Well,
Yeah.
all the best to her. I guess we all have to manage the life that we have the best way you can. Or maybe that's why I'm single still, because I can't imagine having to lie to God because of any man. Heck no, they never born that man. But anyway, they never born that man. No. But anyway, I wish you all the best, Susie.
Thank
Definitely come
you.
back if you want us to chat some more. I really think that you're a young girl. You have your head where it needs
I'm
to
not
be.
young girl. I'm an old woman. Oh, I'm 37.
You're
Yeah.
not an old woman at 37. You're
By
still a
May
young
1st, I'll be
girl.
37 by May 1st.
Well, happy birthday in advance. But 37 is a fantastic age. I still remember when I was 37, 8 years ago. Um, But yeah, you're still young, but I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying and I understand where you're coming from. But I just want you to know that I think that you're going in the right direction. And I think that at this stage of your life, just have a plan. I believe
Yeah.
in planning. Even though this year I've planned, even though I'm telling God, God, just drive me to where you want, but I've still planned, right? And I believe in
Yeah.
having a plan. The things that we can change in our life, I believe in us believing that we can change it and working to change it if we need to. So write it down. I also believe in writing down my plan. Your plan
Yeah.
is right now you are doing this osusu. You already know the month that you are going to cash in. You plan your life. Maybe between now and that time, you take your exam. You're ready to go to London. Between now and that time, by God's grace, I'm also going to join my prayer with yours that you get the job in Omar here. You increase your income. You save
Yeah.
more. Pick up the makeup skills because it's very very useful. Pick it up. You never know when you need. My
It's
mom made
very
me learn a lot of skills.
useful. Very useful. That was
Yes, so
I was a student though when I was just doing that, when I was just learning that basic. So I have this course mate whose wedding was okay, she did her wedding last year.
mm,
So she now contacted me that can I go do her sister's makeup? I was not like me. Like how? For those small small makeup I do in classroom. I thought that with boldness, so I thought that okay, fine, I will. So she now gave me her sister's contacts and I went to their house, their family house. So I asked them if they have their own makeup or I should use mine. They said they have their own. I said okay, fine. So I just did. They gave me 3,000 each of them because as my classmates' sisters, I just told them to give me what they have. So they gave me 3K. See me, I'm not even a makeup person. I was just learning.
yeah,
So I went to buy akara one time like that when I was in school of midwifery Port Harcourt. So while I was waiting for the akara to get ready, a lady came to me in front of, because the woman that fries akara stays in front of a makeup shop.
mm,
So a lady approached me and said, please, that she wants to do her makeup. These people did not open. That do I know any other place she could go and do her makeup? I said, call their number. She said she's calling the numbers, but you're not going. I said, I don't know any other place, but I do makeup. Oh. But meanwhile, I don't do makeup. I told her that I do makeup. Oh. How much will you pay me? She said I should just tell her how much I would take. I told her that give me 5K. She said no, that she will give me 3K. I said let's go to my hostel. And I did a very quick makeup and I told her 3K. So I now told myself, what are you wasting your time like this? Go and learn your makeup. Go and learn makeup.
no, if
So
you're
during
interested in anything in the women's community,
my birthday last 2 years, I approached one makeup artist to help me do makeup for my photo shoot. She said I will pay with lashes 8K. I begged her for 6K. She said no. I told myself, please go to your house. You have your AC. On your AC. Stay in your room and do your makeup. You can do your makeup yourself. Go and do your makeup. And I went to my house. Thank God there was light. Because my gen was having fault. So thank God there was light. I on my AC. I did my makeup so perfect, so fine. People were like, your makeup is fine. Who did it for you? I said myself. They said it's a lie. I said it's me that did my makeup. So I see myself doing makeup. That dream has not
yeah. So
is not
hold on to that. Hold on to that. Like I said, even if it's to save money, it's still money. Money saved. Money. Money saved is still money. So yeah, I'll do that. So I quite honestly think you're on the right track. I think that I'm going to see your status now that you're in the UK very soon. I think you should just follow
amen.
the plan you already have. For your
Amen.
life. I really think that your success is near. You just need to focus. Just say, this is what I want.
I'm
This is
trying, I don't have anybody. If I tell you my family background, where I come from, if you know me, you would tell me I have 4 sisters, 2 brothers. I'm the last born.
oh
But
wow.
outside my brothers, my sisters are just, how do I put it? They're nothing to write home about. I won't tell you lies. Like, they all lost track. Imagine you now to be my other sister. I'll have a lot to learn from you. You get. At least if you want to have a child for a man, not a kind of random man that cannot even take care of your child, not talk of you.
That
Yeah,
part.
I have sisters, yes, I have sisters, I have parents who don't care. Though I lost my dad 2020. But I come from a family that if I want to have children,
Very
20
very
children from
important.
different men. I come from a family that if I want to have children, 20 children from different men, nobody will question me.
I
I come from a
definitely
family
understand what you mean. You having
that,
to parent yourself. You having
yeah,
to. You are the one who has to parent and police yourself because everybody's behaving badly instead of guiding you, that is the youngest one. So I can definitely understand. I'm in the same boat, but it's because I'm the first child, not because everybody. But my family, I think, being the first person, I have done my own part, and they themselves have been amicable enough and sensible enough to really do what they need to do. One of the biggest problem my own family has is that all the women in my family, almost all the women in my family, were so independent, that it's so hard to actually, because I feel like a lot of times if you're a strong woman, especially if you're a strong, independent mindset black woman, it's so hard to attract, a good providing black man. Because a lot of black men, even the ones that cannot provide more than the basic necessities of life, they always kind of control it. They want a woman that if they say shut up, say, how, how much do you want me to shut up? Most of the time they don't want a woman. I don't know what it's. I think it's insecurity, like you said with your friend's husband. A lot of black men who can even provide 10 kobo to rub together, always kind of insecure. They don't like to mess with women that are very independent. But unfortunately, in my family, that's why my family, most times I have people in my family who they are the women, but they are the ones, they are the breadwinner, and everybody knows they are the breadwinner. Their husband knows they are the breadwinner, and the husband act accordingly because they are the breadwinner. I have, most of my sisters, they make decent money. They either match or pass the one that their husbands make. So I have a different kind of problem in my family, but I don't see it as a problem. I see it as a blessing. The men in my family have to play catch up to the women because the women are doing wonders, but the men are also doing their best. So, but anyway, let's release you and let's talk to Precious. Oh, gee, she's still here. Precious says she needs 100K. So Susie, let me know when you have an update. I'd like to hear it. But in the meantime, let me also know if somebody gives you that 100K so that you can